versus smaller channels who are working to bring down the goal to protect human rights. Scooter Mom Seller versus smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want Scooter Mom to show a small channel, instead of clips and links, since you are making clips and sharing links, it's easy to do. Whether you protest and or watch that needs you.
Hi. You're going to have to bear with me because I just discovered I can't hear a thing. So I can't hear the clips. I can't hear my own intro. I don't know what's going on. Bear with me, please. Yeah. It's not the Scooter report if something doesn't go crazy. So, and I have so much to share with you today. Okay, well, at least I know that my mic appears to be working. Let's see. I do not know what the hell is going on right now. Hi, Fuzzy. Hi, J-Bat. Hi, Manning. Welcome in. Hi, Style. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell is going on. Just give me a second because I had a momentary technical glitch right before I went live. And now I have like no sound. And I don't know what's going on. I literally just discovered that I had no sound as my intro was playing, but I couldn't hear a thing. Okay, so that's working. So hopefully I have fixed whatever the issue was. Hi, Cricket. And we can get started. Oh. Welcome to the Scooter Report, where you never know what's going to happen, and neither do I. It's actually Scooter's anti-cult report, and I may eventually get used to that after another year, where we focus on the anti-Scientology channels with less than 1.5K subs. However, just because those are the ones that I focus on does not mean that I don't also show some of the larger channels on occasion. And it's going to change every week depending on what's been going on. So I have the air conditioner on literally the lowest setting that it will go in terms of cold, because flustered, moving around, warmer weather, it's just like, ugh. Hi, Hitzel. Hi, Sophia. If I've missed anyone, my apologies. I'm literally all over the place. Yes, Sophia, technology is a challenge. I thought I was going to get away with not being affected by technical challenges way before I hit YouTube. Because I was actually keeping up with the times for quite a while. We'll just say I got a little cocky. And so the internet went. And here we are. Okay, so I hope you could all hear the intro music, because I saw it running. I just couldn't hear it. Now, I don't know if you all saw my comment right before the show went live. I hope you're comfortable. Hi, Style. Because I have a lot. And I actually had to put stuff over for next week because I have a lot. Thank you, Cricket. This is a Dusty original. You might recognize it. By the end of this show, you will definitely recognize it. You could hear it. Thank you, Cricket. I appreciate that. I figured you probably could because the issue was on my end. I love computers. I love computers. Am I convinced? Okay. Moving along. I am happy to have you here. I'm happy to actually be able to be here. Yes, Fuzzy, someone did do their homework and it was not you. And I'm going to tell you all who it was in just a moment. Because this person covered you and just about everybody else. The purpose of this show is not to accent my flaws, but to boost positive attention to the smaller channels in the anti-Scientology community. If they're working to end the abuses of Scientology and not end others in the community, I would like to feature that work. And you might notice that I do stress that particular line, not ending others in the community. Hello, Becky. Hello, Jeff. I saw you go by. Hello, Phoenix Book Girl. Okay, getting back to my notes here. Let's see. I will also share some of the larger channels, but my focus will always be on featuring the smaller channels. I show clips and shorts here, so please follow the links to watch the full videos and subscribe to everyone. For those of you on the replay, I put links in the description after the stream. And I hope you are all doing well. If you have come in while I've been reading my notes, my apologies. Oh, hello, Susie. Welcome in. If I do happen to miss you, it's not a slight against you. It's that my eyes go in the same direction at all times. So if I'm looking down, I can't look up and see the chat. So funny how that works. Hello, Buttercup. I hope everyone is doing well. Did anything happen over the weekend? I mean, we're all still here, so I guess we didn't get raptured. So we all get to continue being the perfectly angelic people that we are. So it was a boring weekend, right? No? Also, just to let you know, this show is brought to you mostly by Buttercup 50. So let's give her a round of applause. She literally supplied almost all the clips in this show today, and she has been like ramping it up every week ever since she learned how to do clips. I'm like, yay! I am so glad I did that lesson a few weeks ago. I could not have done today's show in particular, hi Tiff, without her. Becky, did I say hi? I think I said hi, but if I didn't, hi. So Fuzzy, Buttercup had you covered this week, okay? So, yeah, I think it was a little exciting this weekend. There was a lot going on, more than I even expected to be happening. So, but I never know what's going to happen each weekend. So, anyway, did you hear PTS for Life is back? He's got a couple of videos up already and some shorts as well. And he's here in the chat. And thank you for being here, Jeff. I appreciate it. And welcome back. You have been missed. All right. And just a reminder for anyone who hasn't been here in a while, when I'm looking at the screen, I have the camera situated so it kind of looks like like I'm looking at you, but I'm a lot of times I'm looking at the chat, and that's just my cheat. I still do not star comments because I am not that talented. And I will try my very best to catch every comment that I need to. But if I don't, I apologize. I have to go back and watch the chat afterwards because I missed so much. It's Scooter. It's Scooter. I mean, so many people in this group already know my first name, but I don't publicize it. But I'll forgive you, Jeff. Alrighty. So, speaking of Jeff, let's start off with a short that he put out. Because I cannot tell you how excited I was to see that he was coming back. All right, here we go.
What is Scientology disconnection? Scientology disconnection is a practice used by Scientology wherein if you are connected with someone who doesn't believe in Scientology or speaks out against Scientology, you must immediately stop talking to that person for the rest of your life until they agree that Scientology is a good thing. Sure sounds like a cult to me.
Hi, Cinderella. Jeff, don't you leave. Too many people have done it already. If people don't know my first name, oh well. Hello, eyes. Welcome in. Alrighty. So, all right. I don't fangirl over most people. I really do not. There is one person that some of you know about that I legit do fangirl over. And he's a big TV star. He's married happily with kids, and he doesn't know that I exist, and I would never interfere with any of that. It's just, me reliving my teens. However, I can't begin to tell you just how excited I was when I saw that Jeff was coming back. I literally was like, ah! And I think it's just because I do relate to Jeff's sensibilities about protesting, about Scientology, about talking about Scientology. Uh, I I really do relate to the way Jeff presents stuff. So anyway, there you go. All right, that's enough of that. The tissues are like back there, and I'm not doing that. All right, so Cult to Consciousness has been very busy lately. Tiff, I don't know. I'm not, this is not what we're here for. We will talk about my obsession on a non-Scooter Report show. Buttercup, again, thank you so much. I am so appreciative. Okay, yes, Cults to Consciousness. Thank you, J-Bat. Keep me on track. She has been very busy lately. Here is a clip. Well, I have two clips. Well, actually, I have a clip and a short because I have to be very particular about my words. So first, here's a short. Or sorry, no, here's a clip. Can we just like back up and start over? Here's a clip from her interview with Jenna Miscavige. Oh gosh, what is happening today?
our guests on. So I'm so excited to have her here today. She grew up in Scientology. Her uncle is currently running Scientology. So she has a lot to say about her life growing up in it, even getting married, leaving, and we're also going to discuss what it's like trying to navigate relationships after leaving a high control group and what that looks like. So thank you so much for joining us, Jenna Miscavige.
Of course. Yay. I'm glad we're finally doing this.
Yes, me too. I feel like your name has also come up so many times since we started the channel, and we kept meaning to reach out to you and connect to you. I know anyone who's familiar with ex-Scientology space knows who you are, knows your channel. If you're not familiar, guys, definitely go check out Jenna's channel. She has a lot going on over there that you're not going to want to miss. And you wrote this whole book here, which is awesome. We have our guests on, so I'm so excited to have her here today. She grew up in Scientology. Her uncle is currently running Scientology, so she has a lot to say.
Sorry, everybody. I am having more technical issues, so bear with me. All right. My camera is saying that it's unplugged, so you might have to deal with my bouncing S for the rest of the show, because I cannot fix that right now. It's not one thing, it's another. As long as you guys can see the clips and you can hear me, I will take that for today. Okay, so next, and I apologize for letting that clip run twice. As you can imagine, I was a little scattered. Next here is a clip. Actually, it's a short. I'm going to stop doing that to myself. From her interview with Jamie Mustard.
To me about animalistic conditions. Can you describe what that was like?
On the day of my birth in the 1970s, I was handed off to two people in paramilitary uniforms, the Scientology's inner core that runs it, that signed the billion-year contracts. I spent the first 2.5 years of my life with little to no human touch, staring up at a ceiling. Me on a third bunk at 3 years old, no bed sheets. I never learned to brush my teeth. I never went to school, didn't have underwear. If the rooms got too dirty, they would put a sign on the door that said, pig's room. Human emotion is frowned upon. Like if we were crying at 4 years old, we'd be told to, quote, knock off the HDNR, which means knock off the human emotion and reaction, or stop dramatizing. In other words, we're not crying because we just fell and hurt ourselves, but we're crying because we're acting out a previous life or a previous moment of pain in our life. So you're being taught at a very young age to deny the body. An animal is in captivity.
So, I'm not putting any liquids on my computer. That's just, no. I think that might breach the warranty. Now, I'm going to say the following, and please don't anybody take it the wrong way, but I get confused easily. And we now have a Grandma Janet from another planet, and we have a Janet from another planet. Hello, Brian. They are two separate individuals. I was not sure of this until this past weekend. I thought maybe she was using a backup account. It's two separate people. Anyway, Grandma Janet from another planet was in Clearwater for the weekend. This is her channel. She has 52 subscribers, so she, by YouTube standards, should now be able to go live. That has literally only just happened today, that she has reached 52, to my knowledge, because when I checked late last night, she hadn't reached it yet. And I'm pretty sure when I looked earlier today, it didn't say 52. However, I think we can do better than that. So I am quite sure that JBat is putting that in the chat, because I am not looking at the chat at this second. So please make sure to go and sub after the show. Please don't leave. And in the meantime, I will share with you a short, one of her shorts that she put up from the weekend.
So this is it, Grandma Janet from another planet here, reporting live directly in front of the Scientology flag building, where you see the infamous Friday night protests that tonight are going to have probably 50 plus people here.
So I would very much appreciate it if we could let her know as well that, thank you so much, everyone who is subbing. I appreciate it. Why did I bother to put on makeup if my camera was going to collapse? I'm kidding. Whatever. Okay. So, yes, I appreciate all the subs to her. And, if you want to leave her a comment on her shorts, let her know that I sent you. I mean, might as well try this self-promotion thing that I hear about. Fuzzy, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. I was so busy being confused. I was not honestly paying attention to anything. How do I phrase it? I was trying to decipher between the two between the two Janets, and not grasping the subtleties of the messages. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm glad it's sorted out now. Now, Manning released a video of his and Antics conversation with Tory Magoo over the weekend. Now, I do have more videos for you from Manning, but you're going to have to wait for those till next week because it was a boring weekend and absolutely nothing happened. By the way, I'm still looking at the camera to talk to you all, just so you know that. So have a look at Manning's video. I don't even know if it's a clip or a short anymore, so I'm just saying video.
And she comes charging down LAX, and she goes, "We know where you're going. You're not going there." And she goes, "Here's all the stuff on who you're meeting, and these are evil people, and you need to read this." And I get out my little flip phone. That was the thing I was going to tell people, is that everyone now has cell phones everywhere. But in 2000, we had little emergency flip phones. And so I open up my little flip phone and I go, "Stacy, the vice president of OSA is here." And she goes, "Okay, hang on. I'm going to put Jesse Prince on." And Jesse gets on and he goes, "Okay, listen to me carefully and do exactly what I say." And I go, "Okay." And he goes, "Do not set down the phone. No matter where you go, do not set down the phone." And I go, "Okay." So now, all through, they're trying to get me another ticket. I'm going around LAX to the different counters. She's following me like glue, right? And she comes charging.
I can listen to Tory forever. She is a really good storyteller, and she's got tons of stories to tell. So if you have not already started to follow Tory, I don't know what to tell you, because you have to know about her. Yeah, I have an external camera eyes. It is plugged in. There was a technical issue with the computer right before I went live. I'm lucky I have mouse and keyboard right now, so I'm not touching anything. until the show is over. Oh, thank you, Style. I appreciate it. Yeah, I already had unplugged the camera and plugged it back in again to make the computer recognize it. I don't want to mess around with too much. As some of you saw when we started, I didn't have any audio. I was able to fix that without any issues, but then the camera went. So I'm afraid that if I play with it too much, it's just going to crash on me and I won't be able to finish the show. So I'm just going to go with what I have right now and hope that nothing else happens. So please put out all the good thoughts, prayers, whatever you do, and let us get through this show. Okay. All right. So Dan Walks LA wasn't on foot when he took this short video, but I love it. And if my external camera was being picked up by the computer, you would see me doing a little dance along with this next clip, or actually short. I did it again. Nope, that's not the right one. Let's try this one. So please enjoy this along with me.
We're out too deep, we're too deep flowing, and it's so dirty when our 2D's showing, and we're feeling flirty, and our 2D's glowing, and it's so dirty when our 2D's flowing. Now we're really feeling that 2D flow, and it feels so healing just to know that our 2D ceiling is about to blow. We're out too deep, we're too deep flowing.
So if you didn't notice, that was Shannon. If you could see my fingers, I would be making air quotes, working the sidewalk in front of the test center. Those are Dan's words, not mine, just so you know. Yeah. I do love the sense of humor of a lot of people in this community. It's excellent. Speaking of senses of humor, Feral Cheryl. Now, this first short, I don't particularly think is funny, but it is part of her story. So I would like you to take a look at this. It is very short. And then I'm going to follow it with something that's a little more fun.
Can't believe it. My dad actually managed to get a Labubu for me.
Really? That's so cool. I'm getting a call. I'll be right back. Okay, ChatGPT, what is a dad?
And you
So, yeah, I mean, I so feel for Cheryl because, it's such a shame. And her father did not know what he was missing. That being said, she has taken her experiences and she has become such a creative, intelligent, and funny person. I don't even want to try to predict whether or not she would be that same person if that hadn't happened. Now, this next one, I am going to happily take the copyright warning because I just absolutely love it and it's so much fun. And she's got a cameo in there with SP Danny. So, I mean, it's perfect. So on top of that, I love that song. So I will take that copyright warning. There are advantages to not being monetized. I'm just saying. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed that along with me. Yes, Becky, she is kind and smart and funny, and she is gorgeous. Absolutely. She is truly the best person that she could be, given everything that she has been through. So she's clearly done some work. I'll just say. All right. Yeah, Susie, I agree. She strikes me as being like a great friend. Okay, now, oh, thank you, Cricket. I didn't even think to put Danny's link, so thank you. See, this is why mods are so fantastic, because they think of the things that we don't. All right, so AuditLA, Fatgrammy, and the rest of what I now call the call-in crew turned their attention to Kendrick Moxon last week and the California Bar Association. Audit said afterwards that she has been contacted to meet with the DA. So let's hope that's good news. In the meantime, I'm going to share a couple of clips with you from those calls. And yeah, they did very well. Now, I do believe that there were more. Unfortunately, I don't have clips for those. I couldn't find any more videos of the calls. And I'm quite sure that Buttercup was trying. So those of you who do know where those might be, feel free to send them, because, you know, if I want to see them, maybe some of you do too. All right, here we go.
A lawyer named
sorry.
Kendrick Moxon. I have filed a complaint against him because he is harassing me behind the scenes. He's trying to intimidate me because I am somebody who is speaking up for the victims of and survivors of Scientology, specifically the children who grew up on their ranches. And you know, and I've become an advocate and a staunch one. You've heard me before. But I am being intimidated by this person. And now that I filed my complaint, which you said it wasn't quite up to where it needs to be, where you can intervene, but you left it open for 90 days. So what they're doing now is they're getting other people to do their campaign, you know, because I guess they know that I'm going to see the CPRAs. I'm seeing the emails where they're trying to blacklist me from, you know, any, you know, from the city attorneys, from the police. They're, you know, trying to meet a lawyer named Kendrick Moxon.
Okay, and here is Fat Grammy's call in just a moment. Here we go.
I'm confident that you're going to take this up in an investigation. If you don't, it certainly would be evidence that your board may have some compromise. Let me tell you why. During the sessions for Scientologists, they have auditing, ethics, and courses. Before every single audit, ethics, or course session, they are told, quote, remember what every Scientologist is told. While we cannot guarantee you that matters revealed in this list will be held forever secret, we can promise you faithfully that no part nor any answer you make here will be given to the police or the state. No Scientologist will ever bear witness against you in court. So Kendrick Moxon is upholding this. I'm confident that you're going to take this up.
Hi, Rib Guy. You might have noticed there are just a couple of technical issues going on today. I am here. Okay, so kudos to the call-in crew. And those of you who were on the call-in crew, if you happen to watch this on the replay or are lurking, please post recordings if you have them of your calls, because we all really appreciate what you are doing, that you are doing it, and would like to hear more. Okay, now, Break the Silence SPTV is a new streamer to me. He's in Clearwater. Let me bring up his channel just a second here. And here we are. He has posted several shorts. He's at 112 subscribers. I'm not even sure. It might have been like Aaron or someone in Clearwater might have given him a shout out. I'm going to give him a shout out as well. I am giving him his shout out currently. I think he is another one who is going to be really good in Clearwater, catching them through the week, etc. Hello, Janet. We were just sort of talking about you. Someone will explain. Anyway, if you're not subbed, please do. Thank you, Hitzel. And in the meantime, let me just share with you a short that he posted from the weekend. Here we go.
Jamie, do you want to we can take care of it. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
I do not know who supplied that banner, but wow, was it ever good. And Rib Guy, I did see you doing that, which is what drew my attention to her. So thank you for that. We're going to have to clarify and call her Grandma Janet, because we also have Janet from Another Planet who's does not have grandma in her name. So I was mentioning it's a little confusing, but our Janet from Another Planet is from Canada, and Grandma Janet from Another Planet is, I believe, from New York. So there's also another clarification, which also just proceeded to confuse me even more. Because I'm like, wait, I thought she was from Canada. Okay, listen, I'm glad. See, Janet, that's exactly what I said. It doesn't take much to confuse me. So okay. Now, have a look at part of Dusty's view from Friday's protest. What the heck? No, you did not do it wrong, Rib Guy. It's just literally that there are two Janets from another planet. One is grandma and the other is not. Fuzzy. That does explain a lot. All right. So here, have a look at Dusty. Part of his stream from Friday. And as always, go and watch the whole thing. And I will just say, I loved this moment.
I'm waiting on a green light. That's Sarasota, Jerry, Maryland.
Have you hugged everyone yet?
Almost.
Oh.
I thought we did. Yeah.
I'm like crying. I'm so stoked. So cute. Everyone's here.
Damn, we got to get a head count somehow.
I know.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. There's about 40, 45 of us out here, you guys, right now.
So, and more people came even afterwards. So, yes, Becky, I agree. Beautiful shirts. I'm wearing mine, but you can't see it anymore. Yes, I did love that moment. They have such a great sibling type friendship that I truly enjoy it. Anyway, cricket. Your garden is anti-cult cultivating. And my mother texted me on the weekend, and she likes to, do her own words. And she calls what I do activating. So her question was, "Are you still activating?" What am I activating? Oh, okay. Anyway, yes, I thoroughly enjoyed that moment. It really did look like a great crowd, and there really were no issues. There was, that one odd person who showed up with an interpretive dance at the beginning, but then she settled down and she just hung out, and apparently for the most part she was nice, but did seem to be asking some probing questions. So Cheryl was definitely suspicious of her. I'm sure Cheryl was not the only one. I don't know. I wasn't physically there. I did not hear her questions. I personally think that sometimes people can be a little over the top, trying to overcompensate for feeling awkward or shy or being introverted like me. And they come off looking a little unusual. And because of the location and the topic matter or the subject matter, it's bound to make people, yeah, OSA needs information. Yeah. It's bound to make people a little more paranoid, and especially with the events leading up to Friday's protest, people are going to be more on guard. So I can see both sides of the situation. I'm not willing to say for sure that she was a plant, not the kind you water, but you know, who's to know? And you know what, Becky, I agree with you, and it really is a shame that that LA doesn't have that anymore. We know what happened, and we don't need to discuss that. Yes, Arkansas Flamingo was there. Now, what I do not know, because nobody was telling us on stream, at least not that I saw, is who was in the orange blouse, because clearly she and Cheryl were very close. There was a huge long hug that was very deeply felt from the looks of it. I would just love to know who it was. I don't know what Tony looks like, so I couldn't tell you, Janet. I don't know what anyone looks like unless I've seen them before or seen their pictures. So I'm no help in that regard. But just out of curiosity, I would love to know who it was. That was Arkansas. Okay, thank you, Janet. Oh, no. Arkansas was in Orange County, not county. In the orange blouse, is that what you meant? I know, autocorrect likes to do silly things to us. If that was Arkansas, that does make some sense. Okay. Anyway, moving along, because this is going to be a longer show anyway. This next one, I am just going to have the link in the chat, and I'm going to show you a freeze frame because, oh, hold on, am I skipping? No, I'm not. My clips are in the wrong order. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to show you a freeze frame from Eyes on the State, who is a First Amendment auditor who often supports them in Clearwater. He had taken a break from the Clearwater protest for a while because I'm sure he was busy with his First Amendment stuff. But then, stuff started happening with the cops, and so he returned, and he was out there on Friday. So this is what you are looking for at the very beginning. I'm not going to play the clip because it's over 8 minutes long. It's not a clip, it's a short video. Oh my God. However, for whatever reason, his settings, much like someone else I was talking with earlier, do not allow for me to make a clip. Hi, Big Chief. Hi, Marta. So because I couldn't take a clip and I didn't have time to, try to do editing and like downloading it and what have you, that was just not happening today. Look at that security guy's face. Blech. That smirky smile that's totally insincere. The bug eye glasses. Ugh. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tony. Or Tony, Butterfly. I'm reading your message. Tony has similar hair as Cheryl, but not as curly. And Marcy has the dark hair. Okay. So when I watch stuff back, if I have time, I will look for them. Because it's always nice to put a face to a name when possible. Yeah, this, look, Okay, let's just take that down because all right. So I was going to say if I had time at the end, I would play it. Becky. Hi, SPTV fans. But I do not think that there will be time. I mean, if you guys want to stick around once we get through everything and you still want to see it, I'm happy to do that. But we'll just play it by ear at this point, and you guys can let me know in the chat. But either way, the link will be in the chat if it's not already, and I'm sure it probably is. So make sure that you do go and watch afterwards. It's quite interesting. I chose to go with Eyes on the States video because the interactions that took place with that charming Scientology security guard needed to be recorded. He got the best angle. So I hope that, sorry, I just discovered. Can you hear me now? Holy mackerel. All right, I've got stuff getting disconnected repeatedly, and I'm starting to get really annoyed. And apparently, I'm running on backup power now. All right, so I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as I can. COBilf was out in New York with Manning on Saturday. Now, I will share clips from Manning. Sorry, I thought I had closed something and I apparently didn't. What is going on? All right. I will share clips from Manning next week, but for now, please sub to BILF and take a look at this clip. Oh, well, that's his channel. Perhaps I can now share the clip with you. Kim, if you are out there listening, I need you to send me that warranty ASAP. Okay, you know what? I'm now missing stuff. Oh, great. Now it's telling me I can't share clips. Oh. Sound is super low. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Everything is collapsing on me. Hey, Miss Kim. Thank you. All right, folks. I apologize. I am going to have to end right now. I will share the rest with you. There's not much more. But I will have to share the rest with you on the next show because I would like to be able to end the stream properly. And the way things are going, that's not going to happen if I stick around much longer. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate your support. Thank you, mods, for being here as always. I can't get through it without you, and you are with me on a regular basis, and I so appreciate you. Buttercup, again, special thanks to you. Thank you all for being here, for your support to me and to all the small channels. Take care of each other. Have a good week, and remember, like who you like, watch who you want to watch. After all, we're not in a cult.
Screw the mom celebrates the smaller channels who are working to bring down the code to protect human rights. Screw the mom celebrates the smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want Screw the mom to show a small channel, send her clips and links, since you are making clips and sharing links is easy to do. Whether you protest and or watch that needs you.